How's it going, everyone? Mountainspyder here, and a very exciting episode with the release of Sword and Shield. So, this episode is going to be a first impressions of one of the decks. I have literally avoided all spoilers, so I have no idea what's in these decks, and I'm really keen to see how these theme decks are going to play out, what's in them, and how they're going to fit into the meta. So, jumping in, we've got our three new decks. We've got the Cinderace theme deck, we've got the Rillaboom theme deck, and we have the Inteleon theme deck. So, looking at these three theme decks, I am a huge fan of Rillaboom from the actual game, from Sword and Shield, and I'm a sucker for grass type Pokemon. And just looking at the card art, he has 190 HP. That is crazy. Inteleon is 160, and Cinderace is 170. So Rillaboom looks super tanky. So, I think, let's pick it up. So our first deck deep dive is going to be with the Rillaboom theme deck. So let's see what's inside of it. Maractus, 110 HP. That's actually not a bad first active Pokemon. Zzz for 20 damage and powerful needles. Flip a coin. For each energy attached to this Pokemon, this attack does 6 damage per head. Yeah, it's alright. That's not terrible. Cottony, basic. It's got a Whimsicott. Cotton Ride. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent shuffles their active Pokemon and all attached cards into the deck. If you get that offer against your opponent's like stage 2 fully charged up Pokemon, that can be a pain. And then 50 damage for one attack. That's not bad. Snorlax. Super tanky. Lots of energy though. Ooh. I really hope there's a way to actually get energy onto him in this deck. Otherwise, I don't see the Snorlax being viable. Grookey. Decent. Thwackey, 100 HP, Beat and Ambush, decent. And Rillaboom, 190 HP. This guy is tanky, my word. Drumroll, 3 energy. This attack also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Decent. And then Drum Beating, during the next turn, this Pokemon can't use Drum Beating that turn for 180 damage. So he's going to KO all the other starter Pokemon. That's pretty impressive. No Pokemon power though, by the looks of it. Which is a little bit interesting, because I think the other two have it. But let's go for it. But he's tanky, and he deals a decent amount of damage. Gossifleur? Ah yes, thank you. Call for family. Search a deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. So Gossifleur is looking like a very nice first active Pokemon. And we've got ourselves an Eldegoss. Blessing of Fluff. Search your deck for up to 3 energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon anywhere you like. Then shuffle your deck. So we've got a way to actually charge up. Because I see Rillaboom is very heavy on energy. And so was that Snorlax. Which are two things I don't really like. But at least it looks like there are ways to actually get them going. Got ourselves a Great Ball. Oh, so that's all of our Pokemon finished. Okay. I feel like there's not that many different types of Pokemon in this deck. Which could be a good thing. Great Ball. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Pokemon you find there and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Okay. Not complaining. Ordinary Rod. Choose one or both. Shuffle up to 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. Shuffle up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. I'm happy with that. That's always useful to have it. Pokegear 3.0. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a supporter card you find there and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Okay, it's nice because it's not discarding. That's always good. A potion for 30 damage off of one of your Pokemon. Switch, always happy to see it, and got 2 copies as well, which is quite nice. Pokekid. Search your deck for Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Simple, easy, it gets your answers out, which I always do like. Do remember, with the new Sword and Shield release, you cannot place supporter cards on your first turn if you go first. So just keep that in mind. Hop, draw 3 cards. Always decent. Pokemon Center Lady. Heals 60 damage from one of your Pokemon and it recovers from all special conditions. That's always good to see. It's a one-off though. Professor's Research. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. That would be great. And there's 3 copies of it in this deck, which is quite nice. And then a very pretty new energy. So this deck is looking pretty good. it's interesting. There's not a lot of different types of Pokemon. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 different types of Pokemon in this deck, which is quite interesting. Yeah, so these two I will do in my following first reactions to the decks. So my first reaction from this Rillaboom deck, it seems to be very tanky, very hard hitting, but a bit of setup. The amount of energy you need for your Pokemon is a little bit concerning, but let's see how it does. So I'm going to jump onto the Theme Deck versus ladder, see if we can pick up an opponent, put this deck to the test, and see how it actually performs. Again, I'm a little bit concerned with the energy side of this deck. It seems like it requires a lot of energy and a bit of setup. And it does seem like Rillaboom is basically your only heavy hitter, reliable heavy hitter. Other than Snorlax, but Snorlax seems like it's going to take a lot to get it online. So it seems like you really do have your like few main heavy hitters, and you've got a lot of support going for you. So let's get a Cottony down. I don't want Snorlax sitting there because he's going to be sitting there forever, and I won't be able to charge him up. Which I guess wouldn't have been a bad thing. I actually probably should have gone for the Snorlax. Probably should have gone for the Snorlax first, because Cottony can't actually attack on the first turn. And Snorlax can at least take a hit or two. And then on the third turn he would have taken someone out. Yeah, I definitely should have gone for Snorlax. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's see now. I'm really regretting now going Snorlax. Let's just go for Cottony. Charged up, and hopefully we draw into the evolution, Gossifleur. So I think that was a mistake. Going first, I think Snorlax is actually quite a nice starter Pokemon. Because it's sitting around the 150 HP. This thing is tanky, my word. Rolling Tackle's 80 damage. It's going to knock out most Stage 1 Pokemon, actually, on the third turn. Okay. There's the Maractus. 110 HP. This deck is tanky. I'm quite surprised by it. Let's get the Maractus down. I want to start charging up the Snorlax. I think him coming back from the back line is going to be quite powerful. I'm sitting in a bit of an awkward situation because I'm sitting with Thwackey and Rillaboom in my hand. So I really want to draw myself a Grookey right now. But I'm also sitting with Professor's Research. And I think that if I don't see a Grookey on my next draw, in my next 2 draws, I need to drop Professor's Research. As much as I want to go into Rillaboom, I don't really want to be sitting with dead cards in my hand. I need to keep this pressure going, and Cottony cannot apply that pressure. I need to get the Gossifleur going as quickly as possible, especially against this deck that my opponent is playing. I don't want to go super late game against it because I know I'm going to really struggle. That is an energy which I'm happy seeing. So for now, I can carry on going as per normal. But if my next draw is not good and it's not a card I can drop, preferably a Grookey, I need to go for Professor's Research. Get a fresh hand and just keep this going. I'm most likely going to retreat Cottony on this next turn and get rid of this Pidgeotto and start applying heavy pressure with Snorlax. I'm not really concerned if they go for the Gust. They're just wasting energies, and energy is going to go down. They'll most likely go into the Grum on the next turn, and the beautiful thing is the fact that this Snorlax will still hit KO it. So as much as I might have been hating on that Snorlax during the first impressions, I think it could actually be a really nice addition to this deck. Okay, so this hand is not working for me. As much as I hate losing those 2 Pokemon, I need to go for Professor's Research. It's a dead hand, you need to know when to cut your losses. And there we go, we've gotten ourselves the Whimsicott. Sorry, not the Gossifleur. Not the Eldegoss. Eldegoss evolves from Gossifleur. I apologize for that mistake earlier. Cottony evolves into the Whimsicott. I don't actually need to retreat the Cottony anymore because Leaf Step will actually get the KO. So let's go for the leaf step. And let's get rid of it. I've played my energy for the turn, correct? I don't want to play Maractus. I've already got one. There's no reason to just muddle up my bench. Let's keep this going. I like that this Whimsicott can play... Oh, there's my there's my Grookey. Oh well, it's okay. I'm liking that the Cottony and the Whimsicott can play off of one energy. That does make it quite a nice starter Pokemon. Well, your starting first active Pokemon. Because I don't have to invest a lot of energy into it. And it's still got the 1 energy retreat cost. That is huge because I don't need to have an energy investment into it to actually use the card, which is something I really do appreciate. So my opponent has just dropped their Dragonite. Unfortunately, the Snorlax is not a one-hit KO. And unfortunately, their Dragonite will one-hit KO me. So I'm going to need to play around this Dragonite. Oh, if I can get lucky with this Whimsicott and get a Cotton Ride off onto their Dragonite, I would be so happy. Yeah, I would be so happy with that. Ah, now I'm getting all the Grookies. What I'm actually thinking of doing is retreating this Whimsicott. Because I want to keep this Whimsicott for the chance I'm able to get Cotton Ride off on their Dragonite. And what Eldegoss can do is I can get this Blessing of Fluff down, which thins out my deck, and it gets my energies where I need them to be. So I want to put 1 on Snorlax, I want to put 1 on Whimsicott, and I want to put 1 on Grookey. That ability from Eldegoss, that is amazing. That is a way to solve your energy problems, hands down. That is so, so powerful for just 1 energy. Because now my bench is sorted. I don't really care too much about this Maractus at the moment. But as for everything else, I'm sorted. So it's a 50% chance to get this Cotton Ride off. If I can get it off, that's my opponent's Dragonite gone. That's their bench gone. So if I get lucky, that can be quite good. So let's carry on charging up this Grookey. I don't need to go for a switch right now. I want to keep Snorlax there. He's charged up. He's ready to go. Let's just start beating down on this Grimer. It is unfortunately going to be 3 turns to get this Grimer down. But I don't see a better way of playing it. My concern is I need to keep this Whimsicott in the back to try and get rid of their Dragonite. And I don't want to go into Snorlax because Dragonite will just one-hit KO it. The only thing is, I don't know if I want to go for that 50% chance with Whimsicott. If I lose it, because the thing is, if I go for Leaf Step, putting the 50 damage in Dragonite, my Snorlax can then come in and get the KO, guaranteed. Whereas if I go for Cotton Ride, there's a 50% chance that my Snorlax will then go down for no reason. So it might not be a bad idea to just go for it. In terms of energies, Rillaboom needed 3. But I don't want to invest too much energy into this Grookey until I need it. So I'm actually going to put the damage on Maractus. Just to see if I can get the powerful needles off at a later stage. I don't need anything in my hand. Switch is still looking good. I don't need any more energies at the moment. Let me go for the Leafage, get the damage off, and get rid of this Grimer and start getting into this Dragonite. I'm curious. They're actually probably going to go into Tornadus. And the issue with that... Yeah, they're going to go into Tornadus. The frustrating thing with that is that it's going to KO. I'm going to have to go into Snorlax to KO it. And that means that I'm going to have to rely on that 50% chance to get rid of Dragonite. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Do I want to thin my deck out a bit more with Eldegoss and wait 1 more turn? I think I want to do that. Let me wait 1 more turn. I want to thin my deck out to make sure my following draws are quite good. I want to try and get this Maractus to a stage where it's dealing a lot of damage. But I need to have enough energy on Grookey to make sure that Rillaboom can actually attack. And I feel like he needed 4 energy for his drum beat. Frustrating thing, this Tornado's coming in, I'm going to be taking 20 damage on Grookey. So my fresh... Yeah. This is a bit of an awkward stage because my opponent can interact with my bench, which I don't really like. But let's see how it goes. Because I know he's... Oh wait, he can't actually interact with my bench. He doesn't have Thunderous just yet. If he has a Thunderous in his hand, that's going to be very unfortunate for me. If he doesn't, I can actually be in quite a good position. So let's see what my opponent does in this next turn. So far, looking at this deck, it actually manages his energy incredibly well thanks to this Eldegoss. Which I didn't see at first, and it's actually fantastic at how good it is. Let's see, something good. I don't need a Gossifleur. I need a Great Ball. I need a support card to bring out my Pokemon. Let's see. Do you have Thunderous? This is going to be important. Because I'm scared. Okay, he doesn't play a Thunderous. That's huge. Because I didn't want to take extra damage on my Whimsicott for no reason. Or more importantly, extra damage on Grookey for no reason. Well, actually, I don't want to take damage on my bench regardless. So I'm quite happy by that. Eldegoss will unfortunately be going down this turn. But going into the Snorlax to Okino, the Tornado is going to be great. And basically, if my Whimsicott is not able to deal with this Dragonite, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got Maractus in the back, who can hopefully deal about 120 damage. Oof. I'm a little bit concerned, because I'm in a very awkward position. It's 130 that will get the KO, right? Yeah. I'm in a bit of an awkward situation where this Dragonite coming in is going to hit like a truck. It doesn't even matter healing Whimsicott, really. Because no one on their team does 70 damage at the moment. This is looking good. I don't think there's really any other plays I can go for, because I'm pretty much out of energy in my deck now. So let's go for Heavy Impact. Okay, we're down to 3 prize cards, so we do have the advantage. Our bench is looking pretty solid. We've got another energy card, which it might come in handy. They actually went for Pidgeotto. Why did they go for Pidgeotto? Oh, does he have a Pidgeotto in his hand? I really hope he doesn't have a Pidgeotto in his hand. And it just sends everything back to my hand. Because it's going to take 4 turns to get Snorlax online again. I'll have to go into Maractus if that happens. Ah, man, that's unfortunate. If it goes to Spin Storm, I'm going to be really frustrated. It's going to set me back so far. Yeah. Ah, that's frustrating. That's very frustrating. Professor is not what I want to see right now. Let's start this charge up going. Man, that's frustrating. Why? Let's deal 6 damage. They won't even get the knockout regardless. Okay. Ah, that's irritating. Okay. Let's go for Powerful Needles and let's see if we get quite lucky. There's nothing else I can do. Okay, 60, 80. Damn. Oh, sorry, not 60, 80. 120. So that's pretty good. This Pidgeot's basically dead. I was short by 1 more heads, unfortunately. But the 120 damage I'm happy with. This Maractus is pretty decent. If you can get enough energy onto it, ideally I think 3 is quite safe. To hopefully get that spike by 120 is quite nice. Or 180, ideally, if you're lucky. I mean, if this Maractus got lucky, it could hit KO the Dragonite, which would be fantastic. But I think that'd be pushing my luck. Now, my opponent, I don't think, has got too much energy in just God Pile. Only 5. Which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, well, not anymore. There goes the Fisherman. All the energy is back to their hand, which means that that second Dragonite is about to come online. And I don't have ways to deal with him just yet. Because my heavy hitter is still sitting in my deck. And as soon as these energies get attached to that Snorlax, that Professor's Research is getting played in a second. I'm tempted to play it earlier, but I don't want to lose these energies. because I need to get the Snorlax online. So I'm a bit of a catch-22 at the moment. And, yeah, but I need the Rillaboom as well. Oh man, there goes my Rakdos. That's unfortunate. Because now I'm in a very awkward position where I don't know what to do. And I think I'm going to have to go for Whimsicott. Let's heal that up. Oh, I think I need to go for Professor's Research. I'm just scared I'm not going to get Snorlax back online again, but unless I get this Rillaboom out, I'm in serious trouble. And Rillaboom will take 2 turns. Well, that's an interesting hand. Ah, that's bad. Let's drop a Grookey in case I need a sacrificial Pokemon. Well, I drew all my supporter cards, which I guess is something. It's something. It's not great because I can only play 1 a turn. What are the chances? I literally drew 7 supporter cards. Well, 6 supporter cards and a Great Ball. The Great Ball was great, but it didn't really help me much. Huh, okay. At least I got Cotton Ride off. This is a bit of a challenging game. Sincerely hope I draw an energy very soon. On this next turn I need to draw an energy for the Snorlax and keep that charge up going. I need to get this Rillaboom online. The thing is, I don't really want to play Pokekid first. I'm going to try and draw into one of the evolutions and Pokekid the next one. Yeah, this game's been awkward. I love this Cotton Ride though, it's actually really great. It's a nice way of stalling out the game a little bit. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get one of the main hitters, which was the Dragonite, or even the Pidgeot at this stage. I really would have liked to be able to hit them with it instead. But I'm not complaining. I was able to slow the game down a little bit, which at this moment I really, really need. I feel like I'm still getting the feels for this deck. Playing it, if you're able to get your Gossifleur out, you'll really be able to get very nice energy game going. Please don't have another Lantern in your hand. I just got rid of the first one. The fact these charge up 3 energy, they must have it. Man, that's frustrating. I don't really want to lose this Whimsicott. I like this Whimsicott quite a lot. It's quite a decent Pokemon. My opponent's sleeping? Come on. Okay, they're gonna try and get some draws going. Let's see if they get lucky. If they get that Lantern out, that's gonna be... Oh man. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. That's very frustrating. Okay, now I'm going to go into Grookey. Because I'm pretty sure that they're going to max the damage. Yeah, they max the damage. My opponent's now mashed me on prize cards. I'm going to have to sacrifice this Grookey at the moment. Because my Snorlax is not in a position where you can O-hit KO this Lantern. So Grookey is just going to be sacrificial there. Okay, Great Ball. What do we get? Okay, we've got ourselves a Grookey. That is something... Another Grookey, sorry, a Thwackey. That is something very good, because now I can Pokekid next turn into Rillaboom. Let's get that going. I'm so scared that I evolved the wrong one. Let's go for a Hop. See what we get. We're not drawing energies right now. That is scaring me quite a lot. There's a Rillaboom. That's actually quite nice. Okay. I don't have the energies anymore, which is a bit unfortunate. So the nice thing is I don't need to use Pokekid next turn. So I can go into another Hop to try and draw those energies out for my Snorlax, to get my Snorlax online. I'm very, very happy about Rillaboom though. because he's going and he's online. But now the issue is I don't want to play into Rillaboom until my opponent has played Dragonite, because I need my Rillaboom to knock out their Dragonite. But for that to happen, okay, they're stalling a little bit. Right now, I'm actually really okay with that, because I need to get energies on the Snorlax. I need to get 2 more energies on the Snorlax. And I'm not drawing energies. Okay, let's just see if we get another supporter just to get rid of it. Did those energies go into my graveyard? No, they got shuffled. Professor Magnolia. Oh, it discards your hand. I thought it was shuffle for some reason. So I don't think I have virtually no energy left in my deck. Because I got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've got virtually no energy left in my deck. Oh, that was a mistake on my side. I forgot about that completely. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get the Snorlax online. I've got 3 cards left in my graveyard. I didn't realize that. I'm going to lose to... I'm going to be roped. Ah, man. I wasn't paying attention to the size of my deck. I completely forgot that Professor's Research was discard, not shuffle. Such a noob mistake. Because there isn't enough time for me to not win this game. If my opponent just stalls, they win. Oh man. So, be very careful to not rope yourself and to draw your deck out with this deck. I wasn't paying enough attention to realize I was milling myself that quickly. Oh, that is frustrating. And my opponent's seen it as well, they know. Yeah, that's game. Damn. That is so frustrating. Because now, the only person that can do anything is Rillaboom. And it's just not going to be enough. That is very frustrating. The first loss of this deck due to a stupid mistake. Okay. Now we know. Moving forward, now we know. Man. I'm so bummed by that. I should have actually gone for drum roll there, but it doesn't really matter. So frustrating. But it happens. Okay, well, let's jump into a second game. This is actually the first time I've drawn my deck out in Pokemon TCG Online, which is quite interesting. So, something to be careful of playing this grass deck. How do I feel about this deck? I'm a little bit concerned in the fact that Snorlax and Rillaboom are basically your heavy hitters, and if you don't get them online, you're in serious trouble. This deck has a lot of good support in the sense of Whimsicott and Eldegoss. Eldegoss is amazing, and they're good supporter cards, but they don't deal a lot of damage. Your main damage is coming from this Rillaboom and Snorlax. Really adding insult to injury. And game. Well, that's frustrating. Interesting way to lose. So let's jump straight into a second game. I feel like this deck could go well. I need to get a better feel for it to actually work out exactly how to play it. Because it's got a lot of support. There are a lot of supporter cards in this deck. There's a lot of draw, and there's a lot of fixing in the sense that you can pull out exactly what you need. With the sense of the Pokekid, with the sense of the hops. So we're going right into the Inteleon deck. I'm really excited about this because I'm actually playing into my opponent's weakness, which is always quite nice. And we get to see the new deck at the same time. Do I want to go first? Going first here gets me the first evolutions, but it doesn't get me the first supporter cards. Because of the amount of supporter cards this deck has, I might want to go second with it. And I think I'm happy with that. You have opponent no basic Pokemon and they get Mulligan. Okay. I want to go into Gossifleur because of Core for Family. I think that's fantastic. Do I want... I don't think I even want Cottony on my bench. Do I want Cottony on my bench? I think I want Cottony on my bench. Okay. I'm loving this Gossifleur as my first active Pokemon because of Core for Family. Sets it up, thins out your deck, it's going. Looks like the Inteleon deck also has quite a lot of supporter cards. The nice thing is I don't really want to go straight into Professor's Research actually. Unfortunately I started with the worst of the supporter cards in my first opening hand. But let's see how this goes. Yes, I would like to draw. Okay, drew an energy. Hey, it's got a Krabby! Flip 2 coins. If either of them is heads, so if either of them is tails, this attack does no damage. But if you get lucky, it's 120 damage, which is really awesome. Also, I just love Krabby. Ah, I'm so happy. I'm not playing my opponent's weakness. Oh, I forgot they changed the weakness to lightning. Ah, right. I forgot about that. Okay, never mind then. Okay, so there's the Whimsicott, which is quite nice. So let's drop this energy on Gossifleur and let's call for family. So I definitely want to get Snorlax, I definitely want to get Grookey, and I definitely want to get myself a Maractus, because that is everything I need from this deck. And now my bench is in a fantastic position. Again, I'm thinning my deck, which I need to be careful about, because I lost to that last time. I was thinning my deck too much. I got 42 cards. Let's keep an eye on it this time. Oh, hello. The new Dreadnought. 130 HP. The attack does 30 more damage for each normal card in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Oh, that's quite scary. With Vice Bite. And Jaw Lock. Your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat for 130 damage. That is interesting. That Dreadnought is quite cool. That Vice Bite on your, like... Oh, it's going to be dealing at least 90 damage. Oh, wow, that's scary. Oh, no. Here's Kingler. Heavy Pincers. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Oh, no. And Claw End. What's Claw End do? If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, the attack does 60 more damage. Holy cow. Ow. Okay. That hurts. So let's go into a Thwackey. Over there. This poor Gossifleur is just going to get destroyed. Let's get Whimsicott down. So, what am I going to do? I think the energy needs to go on Whimsicott in this sense. And... it's not a 2-hit KO. I think I need to retreat this. I need to hope for Cotton Ride. Yes! Thank you. That buys me amazing time. That head's mattered. That head's really mattered. Because it's going to take 3 turns for this Dreadnought to come online. It's their turn. I deal 50 damage my turn. Okay, he's going to get the attack off, unfortunately. Which shouldn't knock me out. It won't knock me out. Okay, that's really great. Wow, my opponent got really lucky there drawing to a hop. What is this? Oh, it's a Mantine. Water Reserve. Search deck up to 3 energy cards. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's quite nice. And they got themselves a Cramorant. Water Arrow. The attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, that's quite nice with that Kingler. Okay. Pokekid. Let's get ourselves... I'm tempted to use Pokekid to go into Eldegoss to sort my energy out. The other option is Rillaboom. Oh, you've got to be joking. My Rillabooms are all my prize cards. Well, I guess it's going into Eldegoss. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I think I'll charge a Snorlax then in that case. Okay. Let's start getting damage down. That is very irritating. Okay, well, there's nothing we can do about it. That means I need to get Snorlax online. I can't rely on this Thwacky. Okay. Got ourselves a Drizzle. Nothing special from that. Okay. I do want to get an energy down on Eldegoss. I think I want to Professor's Research. I'm not going to use the other Snorlax. I'm okay losing 1 energy. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Are there 2 Pokemon I want? Not yet. Okay, I'm going to hold off on using Ordinary Rod just yet. Do I want a second Whimsicott? I think I want a second Whimsicott. I'm actually really liking Whimsicott in this deck. It's reliable. It doesn't require a lot of energy. It's that reliability which I really, really appreciate. Wow, that's a good Professor's Research. Empty hand and 7 cards. Well played on my opponent's side there. That's very, very nice. I'm going to get my first KO now onto this Dreadnought. My opponent gave up in charging Dreadnought up. They realized I wasn't going to deal enough. The Mantine's going to come out next turn, which, let's see, there's nothing for that. I don't know if I even want to pull this. May as well pull the Grookey, just so it's in my hand. Okay, I've got 1 energy on this Eldegoss already. My second Whimsicott is basically ready. Thing is, there's not really much I want to draw. Honestly, there's not much I want to draw. Sorry, I apologize, that was quite loud. I hit my leg there. Yeah, there's nothing I really want to draw because I know what I'm looking for is in my deck. Guess this is Karen charging up Snorlax. Let me just see, because I need more energies. Okay, yeah, that's not what I wanted. And Pokegear doesn't help me because there isn't really a supporter card I want. Is there a supporter card I want? Not really. All I really need is Switch. Guess let me keep Pokegear just in case there's something I'm looking for specifically. Okay. Leaf Step. Let's see what we get. Do we get ourselves Rillaboom? Rillaboom. Yes, we do. Okay. That's huge because now I can go to Eldegoss, can charge up this Rillaboom, and then I can start hitting massive damage. And that's what I need to see. So I can put 1 energy down onto this Rillaboom next turn and fully charge with Eldegoss. In my next turn, the turn after that, sorry, I can then retreat Eldegoss into Thwacky and start dealing massive damage. Because I know now my opponent is charged up energy-wise, thanks to this water reserve. Mantine does still 60 damage, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's not the end of the world. So, let's get Rillaboom online. Let us retreat Whimsicott into Eldegoss. Let's get the Rillaboom going, and let's use Blessing of Fluff. Let's get these energies going, and they are all going to Rillaboom. Okay. So, Rillaboom is now online, which means I can pull him out. I can pull out this Eldegoss, drop Rillaboom down, and start just pounding on them. So the thing is, I don't know if I want to go straight into drum beating, because my concern is that they've got the Intellion in the back for Drizzle, considering the size of their hand. They got 2 Drizzles down. So I don't want to go straight into drum beating until I know that my opponent has Intellion down and I can get rid of the Intellion. So I'm actually considering using Blessing of Fluff 1 more time to charge up the Snorlax and to charge up Whimsicott. And then I can retreat down into Snorlax and get heavy impacts off. And then if that Snorlax goes down, I can use the ordinary rod to get them back into my deck. Okay. This is looking pretty decent. I've got a Pokekit to bring back. I've always got the option then of saving the rod for Rillaboom. Because I've got a Grookey already, I can then use the ordinary rod to bring back Thwackey and Rillaboom. Already done. These decks play out quickly, my word. Okay. I think I am going to go for that Blessings of Fluff. Blessing of Fluff. Let's get those 3 energies. Let's go 1. Let's go 2. Let's go 3. Yeah, that's everything we need. Okay. Can now retreat out comfortably into Snorlax. Snorlax will get rid of Mantine. I presume Inteleon will come in. Once the Inteleon comes in, I don't even know if Inteleon can one-shot the Snorlax. I don't know how much damage Inteleon will deal. I doubt 150. I'll be very surprised if it deals 150 damage. These new decks, so far, they seem to be able to draw very, very well. Okay. Oh, Inteleon doesn't have a Pokemon power. Silent Shot. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Oh, that's painful. Hydro Snipe. You may put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. That can be quite frustrating. But it only deals 100 damage. 160 HP. So Rillaboom can one-hit KO it, but Snorlax is not going to be able to do it. But on the plus side, it also can't knock out Snorlax, which is quite nice. Okay. Our opponent's down to 13. These new decks really, really play out their decks. So let's get Eldegoss out of there. Let's bring Snorlax in. There's nothing here I want at the moment. Yeah, let's get this damage going. Heavy impact. And let's just start applying this pressure. This deck feels like it plays quite slowly. I feel like I played this very slow. I'm very concerned with that. I need to speed it up. Because I don't like it taking that long. Now, what does my opponent go into? I'm very scared of that Dreadnought, because I think Dreadnought can actually one-hit KO my Snorlax. Or my Rillaboom. Which is very concerning right now. If they're able to get that Dreadnought online with a Vice Grip. Because it'll deal 60 damage plus 30 for every retreat cost. That's going to be an additional... Oh jeez, that's an additional 120 damage. So it's going to be a one-hit KO on either one of these. No, it won't be one-hit KO. 120? Just won't be a one-hit KO on Rillaboom, but it will knock out Snorlax. Which is a bit of a pain. I don't have a switch. So unfortunately, the Snorlax is just going to have to wail on this Inteleon and just deal as much damage as possible. The thing is, if... Oh. Oh, no. No, my Whimsicott. Why? What has it done? Okay, I need to count this quickly. 6, 60, 90, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. He won't be able to knock out Rillaboom. Okay. So I can go into Rillaboom comfortably. Okay. There's the Grookey down. The Thwackey can go into that next turn. In terms of energies, I want to keep this in my hand just in case. There's nothing I want to play from here. I don't want to thin my deck out any further than it is already. And let's go for drum beating. I can't drum beat next turn, which is concerning, but I need to get rid of this Pokemon. Okay, we're ahead on prize cards. We're 3-5, which is quite good. And I can go for drum rolls and start getting damage down onto my opponent's bench, which is nice, but it's not ideal. Okay, I figured the Dreadnought was going to come out. The nice thing is I can use Pokemon Center to heal 60, so I'll have 70 HP left. Who can deal... No one can deal 70 HP on the next turn. Unless they can get this... They can't get Drizzle on... I'm sure he put the energy down there this turn, which means he won't be able to get the Inteleon going just yet. But I can't O-hit KO this Dreadnought. So is it actually worth healing? Because... Oh, that's a switch. That's actually huge. What's this? Oh, I can't use drum beating. Yeah, I know that. Okay. Let me use switch. 130. That will get the knockout. That also gives me time to heal, which is huge. Let's get the Thwacky evolved. Okay, that's a breath of fresh air. Okay, he's looking a lot better. He's still he got 100 HP free, which is awkward because that's just enough that Inteleon can deal. So I would appreciate having like 10 HP back off of that. But hey, that switch was such a top deck. That was exactly what I needed. Okay, that looks pretty good at the moment. I want to get the second Rillaboom going, if I can. I think I'm gonna go, oh man. Okay, they won't able to do anything that turn. Because unfortunately at the moment I'm a bit short on energy cards. I've got 13 cards left in my deck, so I don't want to be going through my deck too much. I feel like this deck plays slow. I don't like that. It needs to play faster. I need to find a way to make it play faster. Let's get that going. And let's get the KO. I don't want to do anything. My hand, I'm happy with it as it is. Let's go for the heavy impact. Let's keep this pressure up. I should have this game. Because worst case scenario, I can retreat out and O-hit KO the Inteleon that comes in. So it looks like we're going to get our first game now with this deck. In terms of an analysis of this deck, there's a lot of fetch. There's a lot of draw. But I still feel like it plays slowly. I need to find a way to play this deck faster. This is going way too slow for it to be good. Let's retreat into Rillaboom and let's close this game. So, drum beating, this should, yeah, that definitely gets the KO. I'm liking this deck. I don't know if it's the best theme deck at the moment. I definitely want to have a few more games with it. I'm going to have quite a few games off camera just to really play it out and have a deep dive probably sometime next week. But as a first impressions, I'm enjoying the deck. It's a lot of fun to play. It's got great supporter cards. It's got great supporter cards. It's got great supporter Pokemon, and it's got some very, very big heavy hitters. So it's a lot of fun to play. I'm finding it's playing a little bit slow, which is a concern for me. That being said, I want to get some more practice in with it to really refine how to play the deck. But as a first impressions, it's looking like a lot of fun, looking like it's quite reliable, but it's looking a little bit slow. So I do caution you with that. And as you saw from my mistake, be careful playing out your deck. This deck can reliably draw out all of its cards. So be very, very careful when playing it. So I will be doing a first impressions for both other theme decks in the following 2 days. There'll be expected video for the next 3 days, well, the next 2 days at least. So Sunday and Monday. And I'll most likely be going into the deep dives and a further analysis for the decks later on in the following week. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you did like these videos, please do consider liking and subscribing them. Definitely hit the subscribe and the bell icon, as I will be releasing a lot more of the first impressions. I'll be releasing a lot more of the deep dives and a lot more hints, tips and tricks for playing these new theme decks. So please do stay tuned for a lot of awesome Pokemon TCG videos. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Cheers. Enjoy.